Hello everybody and welcome to Modded Minecraft with Red. Today's episode we are going to be working on a few things. Remember last episode we came down here and we created this Bido reactor. I went ahead and off camera named this way travel anchor down here so we know where we're going, and we built this nice moderate reactor. It's big reactor, but for all intents and purposes, it really is not all that big. But remember, when we turned this thing on, it was producing some 200 million RF per tick and filled up this energy buffer of 1 million RF fast, quick, and in a hurry. It's all well and good storing inside of the reactor, but we don't want it just sitting there inside the reactor. We want to make sure that we have a surplus of it and get some way to allow this reactor to turn on and off as needed when the power becomes limited. So, in between episodes, I went ahead and I taught our AE system a few extra things on what to make. So if we take a look here, I taught it how to make different types of nuggets. I also taught it how to make all of the different capacitors that we can utilize from Ender IO. Pardon me there. We're most likely just going to be using the vibrant capacitor banks. And I apologize, guys. I seem to have a little bit of fraud going on in my throat right now. So I also taught it how to break down blocks of different metals and ores and stuff like that, like coal and redstone and lapis, certus quartz, so that we can easily get stuff out of block form if we need to. It'll also help with the crafting of stuff so that we don't have to break down blocks. It'll just break down the blocks that it needs for the ingots it needs to perform the auto crafting. I also taught it how to make bronze and how to break down a few ingots into nuggets, because there are a few things that require nuggets, like pulsating nuggets for our item conduit, vibrant alloy nuggets for our ender energy conduit, so on and so forth. All of the capacitors, all of the capacitor banks have been taught this to the system, as well as other conduits that we will use. So let's go ahead and order up. I did some work off camera, like I said. I also made up quite a bit of the energistic alloy and a full stack of the vibrant alloy. There should be more in there, but I guess not, because we do have one vibrant capacitor bank in here that I did make while teaching the system, but we're going to want a couple more. So let's go ahead and see if we can order. In total, I'd like to have 10 to start off with. I know we got 2 there, so let's go ahead and see if we can order up 6 more. And we cannot. Okay, so can we order up, say, 4 more? We cannot. Can we order up 2 more? We can. Okay, well that'll get us started, because that'll get us 5 altogether. That's half of what we really want. In the meantime, we will go ahead and we will grab some more iron. About 2 stacks of it. Nope, not iron, I'm sorry. Gold. Let's grab 2 stacks of gold. Let's grab a couple of stacks of redstone. There's 1, there's 2, and come over here and grab a couple of stacks of glowstone. There we go. We're also going to need 1 full Minecraft stack of ender pearls. And then what we can do is, if we set this to all smelting, it will do everything, but we're just going to turn it to alloys mode. And if we look, I set this to push pull. That means that what we can do is we can come up here and we can drop that stuff in, and it will take it in, and then we can drop the rest of the stuff in. And as it makes each energetic alloy, it will pull the rest of the glowstone, redstone, and gold it needs to make the second stack. And as soon as that is done, it'll start pulling the energetic alloy and the ender pearls. So we will end up ultimately with 1 stack each of energetic alloy and 1 stack of vibrant alloy. So that's awesome. We're going to also need, let's grab 4 more stacks. We will make a stack of glowstone blocks because the system's going to need that as well. So there we go. And while we are waiting on this stuff to craft up, unless it is done, it is done. Cool. So there's our 2 more for a total of 3. Let's go ahead and see where we're going to run this. Now I already planned it out in where I want this stuff to sit. So we actually want this stuff to be right up here. As you can see, I made a nice little hole for us and where stuff is going to go. So we are going to just place these for the moment just straight down in a line like so. So what that means is that we will run conduit out of the power taps there, and we will run them into the capacitor banks over here. And as we add more capacitor banks, we can obviously store more power, and we will just add or take away the conduit that isn't needed. However, I'm not liking that an awfully lot right there. So let's go ahead and pull these 3 down, and let's instead come over here and find out where level is. That's level. So let's go like that. And there's a reason for this, guys. Right now, each conduit connection can only transfer 1 million RF per tick. Well, we have 5 ports here with this thing pumping out up to 200 RF a tick. We want to be able to put as much power into these capacitor banks as possible. So what I'm going to end up doing is we'll run conduits from each of the power taps and not connect them with each other. That way each of them are pulling out 1 million RF per tick and filling that up faster than it would be if we just had one simple connection. So let's go ahead and get our conduits, which we don't have any. Let's see if we can at least make a stack of this stuff. And we can. Awesome. There we go. There's a stack. And now let's go ahead and come down here and see what we can do. Actually, we're going to go the other way. Let's transform into Ender Mini form. Because what we're going to do is we're going to leave this setup up here, still running off from the wind turbines up above. And yes, guys, I did completely forget about our water wheel over there that is also supplying us power. So, between the water wheel and the wind turbines up there, we should have enough power to keep all of this stuff running down here. So what I'm simply going to do is I'm going to take this tesseract out, and I am also going to take these capacitor banks like so, and I am going to grab a few of these cables like so, and I'm just going to connect everything up right here like that. There we go. Now it's drawing directly from those wind turbines and from the water wheel, which is okay for the time being, but we don't want to leave it hooked up like that forever. That's why we're doing what we're doing. So let's go ahead and see. That's also going to shut down our stuff downstairs. And again, we don't necessarily want to keep that stuff turned off for too long. So let's hope that we have enough power in our ME system here to access it, and we don't, because again, we cut off power to it. So I'm just going to pop this cable down here briefly, just so we can get some power down to our ME system. There we go, and we're going to grab more conduits. We're going to want the energetic conduit here. There we go. Because again, we don't need a whole lot of power up here, guys, and these energetic conduits will transfer 250,000 RF per tick. So that's more than sufficient to run the stuff that we got going on up top here. But down here, though, we're definitely going to want more as our applied energistics grows even larger. So there's the hole there that we're looking for. So we're going to break that out for the time being, and for the moment, so that everything stays up and running, we're going to place that down, and then let's just run our conduit right along here and all the way down. And did everything connect? It did. Cool. There's that. Make sure we're in flight or not. There we go. And then for the time being, we're just going to run this straight across the roof. And then we will run this straight down, like so. And we will grab our other vibrant capacitors here. There we go, like that. And now what we can do is we can right click this to change it out. And I'm going to want at least a couple of these here, just so it's easier to see for the time being. There we go. And then this one down here at the end, we can leave as a power bar. This shows us how much we're taking in, how much we're putting out, but at the same time, we don't want it to take in from the top. So we're going to change this, and we are going to set the top here to output only. We're going to change all of these at this point in time to output only, which means that down here we're going to change these to input only, just like that. Okay, so now that's draining fast, quick, and in a hurry. So what we're going to do now is we are going to take and just connect straight across, if it'll let us. There we go, like that, and connect into there. Same thing, we're just going to connect all the way across and connect into there. Something like this. No, not like that. Give that back, thank you. There we go, just like that. Now we can come along here and give all of these cross connections a quick wrench so that they are not connecting. So now what this does is this allows this system, even though this reactor probably won't get up there, but it allows the capacitor here to pull at 5 million RF per tick, if I'm not mistaken. We will take a look here in one moment. We take a look. Okay, 500,000 RF per tick, because we only have 5 capacitor banks at this point in time. So that should probably have drained our buffer fairly quickly. So if we come in here and we turn this on, activate the reactor, it kicks on, and we can see quickly how fast We are filling this up. 2.3 million RF per tick there for a moment. And now, of course, you know, that's filled up because it will only hold 5 million RF. And there we go. We're just burning power right now, leaving this on. Well, we don't want to come down here and just keep turning this thing on and off all the time. So, what we're going to do is we are actually going to bring this across so that we have 5 outputs as well. So there we go. Now we have 5 outputs connected to the one charging this line. If we come all the way back here, what we can do now is we can start wrenching these conduits up if we can get lined up, because remember, we've got Ender Mini mode going on right now, which makes it a little difficult to grab stuff. There we go. You gotta hit it just right in Ender Mini form, because you're actually smaller than the block, and Ender IO doesn't necessarily like that too much. So there we go. We'll just run it clear over here, and we will pick all of this conduit up. Got a bit of slime down there. Come on, pick it up. Thank you. And that one as well. There we go. Now let's go ahead and pick up our mess. And, well, shoot. Didn't think this one through, did you, Red? No, I did not. Because we're actually going to need more conduit than what I made, and the ME system is out of power. So, let's do this the old-fashioned way here. We're going to need some gravel, we need some clay, going to need some sand, and a crafting bench of some sort. Crafting station will work. Let's make conduit binder. There we go. Did a bit of that going on. Luckily, our smeltery is in working condition, because at least that's getting power. Furnace only, and we will throw the conduit binder in there. There we go. Some conduit binder. Come back over here. We got a crafting table over here. That works. I don't care too much. And let's grab 2 stacks of this stuff. That should be enough to finish out what we're working on here, hopefully. So let's come back down here and get our ME system back online. Oh, too far. Or actually, not far enough. We need to come over here. And over here. There we go. We just run it straight across here. Like so. down back through here. And then up here. We got a couple there that did not connect. That's fine. We will just come down here, make sure they connect. Perfect. That stuff's getting powered now. And there we go. Now what that's also going to allow us to do, guys, is that's going to let us supplement our power from our reactor. Because again, yes, the reactor is putting out power to all of the machines up here as well, but don't forget we have the power coming in from the wind turbines up above, which is what, 64,000 RF per tick. Plus we have the water wheels out there that are putting out roughly 80 RF per tick or 800 RF per tick. So, you know, we've got supplemental power coming into the system as well, which is a bonus because that will help ease the pressure on the reactor. Not that the reactor really needs any extra help, because it will do just fine on its own. So now that we've got this stuff in here, we can go ahead and clear that out. Let's put away our conduit, because we definitely made enough conduit binder. And we'll throw the stuff in there to make the conduit binder and everything as well. So there we go, there's our conduits, there's our vibrant alloy. Let's go ahead and take a trip down there to the reactor real quick. And with this tesseract, what we will end up doing is we will actually end up encasing this tesseract into the vibrant capacitor here, so that the vibrant capacitor completely surrounds this tesseract on 4 of its sides, so that way the tesseract can pull from all 4 sides, and that will be used strictly for power. So we can deal with that as well. I mean, we could, if we wanted to, just kind of put it on the line like that. And actually, that might not be too bad of a decision, instead of hooking it directly into the capacitors. For now, I'm going to leave it right there. But we may end up embedding it inside the capacitor. So, with that, guys, we're now going to actually do something else here that I just thought of. Let's go ahead and make one more capacitor. You know what, this only needs to be a basic capacitor. So there we go. And I still want a bit of a buffer right here. So let's plug that in there. We will set this to input, and we will set this to output. So there we go. And let's go ahead and just give this a whack. Or a couple whacks. There we go, so we can see what's going on. So there, now we have a place that we can store this, we can charge it up, and it gives us a little bit of an extra buffer for all of our equipment down here as well. So that way, you know, we don't have energy just sitting idle and not doing anything. So that's cool. And one last thing before I let you guys go, we are going to change something up. Not going to lie, I kind of forgot about our Hungry node out here with trying to get all of the power up and running, and making sure that our AE system is working properly and getting all of the power that it needs. Let's go check on this R node and see what this Hungry node is up to. So let's take off our rings so we don't pick anything up. Take a look. Holy cow, 411 Tera, 240 per DTO, 298 Ordo. It is hard to see, but it looks like 236 Air, 417 Aqua, 236 Ignis. Yeah, we are good on this node. So we are going to tear down this build right here. because as you can see, we are out of oak. We have no more wood left. All of the wood has been used up, and every little bit that is being brought in by our tree farm over there has been used to make the crafting tables feeding that thing. Well, we don't need that anymore. So we're just going to break this, which will break the connection, and everything will be well and good there. In fact, we can go ahead and break the crafting table now. There we go. Pull out the upgrades. And just break everything down that we don't need anymore, which is most of this stuff. Now, because that Hungry node is still active, we're not going to break down any of these just yet. Because I don't want to lose this stuff. Yeah, I know, we can get it back easily, but I'm not the type of person that will build stuff just so that it can get destroyed. If I can help it from getting destroyed, I will do everything in my power so it doesn't get destroyed. Basically, waste not, want not, right? So that means we don't need this chest over here anymore. There we go. That's all cleared up except for the pipe work, and we don't have to worry about that thing anymore growing any larger, which we will get that changed over here soon. There's one other thing that we're going to want to do with our reactor in regards to letting it operate at peak efficiency. But guys, that's for the next episode. So if you like this episode, make sure that you hit that thumbs up button and leave a like. Also leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think of the episode or what you thought of the episode. Also don't forget to hit that notification icon, which will notify you when more episodes come out. Also follow me on social media at Irish Red Gaming on Twitter. Also check me out on Facebook, Irish Red Gaming as well. And check out the other guys in the description down below. Again, not all of them are family friendly, so viewer discretion is advised with those guys, but they're great guys to watch and put out great content as well. So until the next time, guys, I hope you have a great one. Take it easy, and I will talk to you in the next video. See ya.